Deme D, man.
I want it now, let's go. When I come around, order around. I want it now, let's go. When I come around, order around. I want it now, let's go.
Cheer, hip hop, what's good? It's your guy Deme D. This is the DagogetaTv. This is another episode of Listen Up album listening and promo show, and I have another dope artist as usual. You know I always got the dope artists with dope music. Got my guy Lighthouse on deck. What's good, my guy?
What's going on, my brother?
Cheer, Brooklyn in the building.
Yes, sir.
So today we're gonna talk about your album Temperance.
Yes.
This is a listen up show for that. On this show, if you haven't tuned in before, what I do is select 5 songs, or the artist can give me 5 songs they want to chop it up about. We let you guys hear a little sample, and let you swag out and talk about the album.
Yes.
So right here, this is your latest project, right?
Yes, it's my latest project.
It's not out yet though.
Not out yet.
Okay, so that's even better. So y'all really gotta listen up.
Yeah.
So Temperance. So before I give you the floor, because I'm gonna give you the floor, this album is it's a lot. It's a lot. So I'm gonna try to cram it in. I don't want to talk too much. First of all, it's incredible. I have to say.
Appreciate it.
And it speaks on your battles with sobriety, and you that's pretty much the theme of the song of the album.
Yes.
But what I was blown away with is and I'm kind of conflicted with the album as well. So what I want to say is why I say it's incredible. I have to say I listen to a lot of music, and I don't recall anyone being able to balance a serious or deep concept, but still having it sound like an upbeat, fun, digestible sound. I can't think of too many people that have done that. This is probably the best that I've heard on that. So salute to you on that.
Appreciate it.
The production is incredible. So I don't want you to get all the way into it, but what I do want to ask is what made you want to make it an album theme as opposed to just a song? I know in one of your songs you say you felt like making a song will help you reach the light, you said?
Right,
or
right,
get your
right.
light back?
Right, right.
So did you feel like making a whole album would even be even better, or?
Yeah, so that song that you're referring to is called Viceroy.
Mm-hmm.
And Viceroy was going to be on a project that was going to release like in 2021. So as time progressed and I hadn't put anything out, the idea, it wasn't warm to me anymore. So I just was like, you know what, let me just scratch this, and I'll probably just break them down and just drop them as singles. But Viceroy was the song that inspired the whole Temperance project. So it was born out of 2020 and just dealing with the pandemic, and I could count the days that I didn't drink that year. You know what I mean? It was just like we was in the crib, there's nothing to do besides just drinking and having a good time. You know what I mean? You had to make the best out of it, but I just realized that I was becoming an alcoholic. So I wanted to do an album, and I was like, you know what? Let me do an album revolving around that. I like albums that have a cohesive direction and just focus on a concept, and it's just like how many ways can I approach this particular concept and make it sound good, so that's pretty much the ethos behind it.
Yes, and I think you did a tremendous job of pulling that off, because like you said, you're talking about the same thing, but it's just, I don't want to say, it's just different angles, different mindsets. You're speaking about different scenarios of it, so I found that to be dope. How did you feel about putting this, because there's pain on there, you know what I mean? How did you feel about, was it easy putting that pain down? Did you need to get it out, or was it something that you kind of had to tussle with? Or?
Yeah, for me, this project is like, Viceroy was like the precursor, and I just felt like, I said it in there that I needed like to create music that can be like my medicine. So something that I could sing to that's like kind of reminding me like a mantra to like get better.
Yes.
And it's helped me the more I've had to live with this project and trying to bring it to its final state. The drinking has calmed down. I'm finding happiness in my moments of just being just regular. I'm not saying I completely stopped drinking, but I've balanced it. You know what I mean? And like it's helped me. So like I approached it as like I wanted to make music that could serve as medicine for me.
Okay.
And that's where I landed.
No, you definitely did that, and like I mentioned too, it's still something like you said. So you say mantras, your hooks are incredible. But I do want to just jump into into the music because it's like it's definitely well produced, well written, well executed. One of the best projects I've heard with such a heavy concept. So Temperance, we have Lighthouse, straight out of Brooklyn. We're gonna get into the first song, which is the intro, Uncle Wino, and I think that's a great way to set it off as far as this type of theme because you're already talking about you're at the happy hour, you're ending it with that, and you just have the the recognition of telling the people like what a lot of us say like you can control your trade. So we're just gonna get into that right there, Uncle Wino, Lighthouse in the building, Temperance, DagogetaTv, you're ready.
Yeah, yeah. Yo. The best part of waking up is liquor in my cup. Start my day on some I don't give a fuck. We all gon' go till we dead, live it up. My day getting started, I already had enough. The government pushing disease, jab and weave. I'm stressing out thinking how I'm gon' protect my seeds. The liquor store open, that's how I've been coping. Bought so many bottles, I could build my own ocean. Swimming in my sorrow, I knew it was bad when I asked to borrow a couple of dollars till tomorrow. Gotta get my sips in. Tequila with the aromatic bitters and ginger, the shit just hit different. Listen, drunk by myself, might invite a little help. We ordering that top shelf. 12-pack beers, add a couple inches to my belt. Been numb to how I feel, I forgot how it felt to be sober. Now I'm getting older. Happy hour hangouts turn into hangovers. How I finish the bottle before the day's over. Feeling like a loser, alcohol abuser. Throwing up like the Heimlich maneuver. Drizzly app connoisseur. And this is how I does it on a daily. Look, y'all, I understand y'all concerned, y'all.
Cheer. So that was Uncle Wino. Yo, man, you nailed that shit, and I guess I don't know. Like I said, I'm conflicted. It's tough because I'm happy for this music, but I realize what you had to go through to make this kind of music, and the way you're nailing it is so accurate. And many people can relate to this, I'm sure, and can understand and are dealing with this. So I'm happy they got something like you said, something like this they could vibe with and relate to.
Yeah, that was the thing. I feel like with music, it's best to like kind of try to communicate with people on a human level, and just, everybody don't have big ass houses, big cars, you know what I mean? But the working man go through shit, you know what I mean? Even the wealthy people go through shit.
Well, yeah, because
you know what I mean?
that's not a economic problem.
Right.
That's-
Alcoholism could affect everybody, so I just felt like I wanted to do something that was for me, but also a service to the world. Like, if you could take from this and feel better and just feel like, you're not alone. Like, I went through it, I was raised Muslim. I'm not even supposed to be drinking, but I do. And, I'm battling it and just trying to get better, so.
No doubt. And like you said, you said for the world, but I do have to get specific and feel like it's good for men because I feel like a lot of men have these kind of thoughts, and it doesn't even have to stem from alcoholism because a lot of the stuff you're touching on could just come from just not being happy where you're at,
Right.
feeling like you can't stick to what you said you was gonna do. So a lot of those thoughts just men have to understand is you can feel that way.
Right, for sure. And like the alcoholism is an effect of something. So it was compounded experiences or just thinking of like, losing people and shit, like all of those type of things, just working, feeling like, damn, I'm at a dead end, like where am I gonna
Exactly,
go?
yeah, exactly.
So it's just like, all right, it's a form of escapism. I just want to get away and just, enjoy the moment. I don't even want to worry about nothing.
Yeah. So the next joint I want to get into features. First, I'm gonna say the name Central Balance. Features Courtney Berry.
Yep.
Amazing voice. Wow.
Yes,
So who wrote that hook? Because that hook is lethal.
I wrote it.
You wrote that hook? That shit is lethal. And I see what you mean by having mantras, because that's something you can definitely sing every day. Your first verse is crazy. I just feel like it's so detailed. Again, of thoughts that we can have, especially when you talking about, you was out and you still felt alone. When I was younger, shit like that sounded like such bullshit to me. You know what I'm saying? Now that I'm older,
Yeah.
you could be in a crowded room and feel alone. to speak to tapping in a different angle because I know you wanted to talk about it, but you didn't want it to sound repetitive. So how did you approach this one and get Courtney on it?
Yeah, this is just like the album has like a story where it's like, you know, I'm literally deep in being an alcoholic, and then towards the end it's like I'm realizing that that's not what I need to do if I want to be here for a long time, and leave this imprint or do things with music or be creative. Doing that is not going to lead me in the right direction. So at this point, I'm like realizing like, yo, I need to stop. But here I am, I'm with my friends, and the pressure's still there. I'm still going to drink, you know. But it's like it's a thing that kind of like it's like that guilt within you, you know, like damn, I know I shouldn't be doing this. It's like like going back, reverting into the abuse. So this song is kind of in that stage, like damn, I know I should be doing better, but fucking, I'm with my friends, you know. And it's just like you'll be all right. Eventually, you just keep telling yourself you're gonna get over this.
That's a fact, though. So another great song, Central Balance. Shout out to Courtney Berry. I mean, part of the camp, right? Part of the camp. Let people know, part of the camp. So we're gonna tune into them at Lighthouse, Temperance. This is the DagogetaTv, where hip hop lives.
We must pay homage to him.
Yeah, face buried in my phone. Out with all my friends, still feeling all alone. All these problems still coming with me back home. Unresolved issues, tears soak the tissue. If I ain't here no more, will they still miss you? Probably not, maybe a little, but I'm too strong to end it all. Gravity is law, but who prepares you for the fall? When shit don't go right, when shit don't feel right. Been searching for insight from folks who've been through it and they know what it feels like to spiral down on this side of town. Been drinking so much, it's hard for me to hide it now. The fake smiles hide the frown. My liver got a whole lot of mileage now. Body telling me to calm it down. Don't lose sight of your purpose. These heart palpitations started making niggas nervous. Nobody ever sees what happens underneath the surface. That's why
you will be strong and remember that you're a legend. We rise, we fall, but the get back will be better. Now every time that I see you, I'm hoping you feel alive. Don't
Remember, you're a legend.
Yes.
Yo, salute. That song is incredible. Yo, salute to Courtney Berry too, just adding that extra on that.
Yeah.
Right? Central
Yeah.
Balance.
She definitely added extra texture to it.
Jeez. But like I say, your verses on there are mean, accurate,
Appreciate it.
laser sharp.
Yeah.
So again, I know what you had to go through to come up with it, but thank you for being able to cultivate this and pass this message on.
Yeah, man, it's important, man. We gotta heal the world, bro. Like,
Yeah.
you know, people be like, not to sound, no, to sound like that. Yeah, we gotta heal the world.
To
The world-
sound like
To
that.
sound like that.
Word,
We need to
true,
heal
true.
the world, bro. Like, things is just getting crazy, it's just out of
Crazy.
hand. You know, so any way I can help, I would love to do that. And that was one of the joints, you know.
No doubt. I mean, this next one too is beautiful.
Yeah.
You have a feature on there.
Yeah.
So this is the lone feature. What's his name?
Asante Amin. Asante Amin is one of my homeboys from New Orleans, and he's actually a part of a group called Soul Science. But he's like an amazing composer, producer, like one of the guys that, you know, as a producer, I'm like, I want to know what he's doing. Like, he's a multi-instrumentalist, you know what I mean, and he's gigged all over the world. That's my guy. So I've always wanted to work with him, and I finally got a chance, and like, you know, we were able to like tie down something. So I sent him a joint, and he gave me some of that New Orleans. You know what I mean?
He
That
locked in.
balance.
He
Yeah.
locked into that. That's what I love. Cause especially when it's a concert, when someone doesn't stick to the concert, it irks me.
Yeah.
But yo, he was locked in. The song was dope. Again, it's beautiful, and this is also another. Like I said, the whole project is incredible. The Temperance, we here with Lighthouse, straight out of Brooklyn.
Yes.
What part? Let me know what part you're from Brooklyn too.
I'm from Clinton Hill, Brooklyn.
Talk to him. Talk
The
to him.
Clinton Hill side of the style. You know what I'm saying? Word.
So we're gonna get into that. It's beautiful, and I'm sorry one more time,
Asante Amin.
Asante Santi, I mean,
Yeah.
salute, in here.
Word.
I just found myself praying to my ancestors and asking them to deliver me from this. You know, I want to be better. I don't want to do the things that destroy me, destroy my sense of self, you know. I felt like I needed it in order to be happy, and that was a problem. Yeah, it was at this very moment that I snapped back, realizing that I wasn't on the right track. Had to get my mind right, I was way gone. It ain't play if a nigga can't play, y'all. It took getting sick to spark the catalyst. Had to dig deep within for some self-analysis. How I'm supposed to carry this, knowing that I'm growing in age. I should be chilling at the stage, staying out of the way. But I'm drinking every night with the homies, ignoring everything about health my mama taught me. I was dining out instead of going get groceries. Living extreme, needed a drink, started feeling like a fiend. Something had to give, had to break the routine. Being drunk all the time isn't suited for a king.
Right there, that's like my favorite one on the project. 'Cause like that song was really like from the pain. That was really the pain. Like I cried during that one. That intro, first take, like it was just because I recorded that 30 days, like the first day of like February. It was like I did the whole month of January without drinking, and I felt super good. I felt super light
I can hear
and
it,
aware,
I can hear it.
and it was just like super cathartic to get it out and just like reflect on like the journey to that point. You know what I'm saying? And like in the album, that's the point where I'm like, all right, I gotta leave the shit behind. You know what I'm saying?
That's what's up. I can definitely hear it. I can hear the relief and the hope. But the next joint, speaking of that, you kind of made a lighthearted joint. So I did want to speak of that. It fit.
Right.
And you know, it fit perfectly. Fly shit only.
Yes.
That shit is dope too. You made this is all your production too. I don't think we spoke on
Oh
that.
no, this is not my production.
Oh, it's not your
I have
production?
my production. I have two songs. Well, one song actually. I just took one off, but yeah, one of the songs was what is it? Rest Haven is my production,
Okay.
and I had another one, but I'm not gonna go with that.
Okay.
But yeah, these like sometimes like I like to make my beats and like to get them to other artists and like let them try it. Sometimes I'll jump on my stuff, but like there's something about creating on something that's completely different. Like I'm really a producer first who just likes to rap. So, but I like rapping on dope production. So like because I'm a producer, I always find the best beats to rap on. You know what I'm saying? At least I think.
Now, this shit is fire right here.
Yeah.
Fly shit only. Like,
Yeah, and I
this is
wanted to
dope.
do something that was a little up tempo. I go to a lot of like performances and shit and see other entertainers and like I'm like, damn, I don't got nothing that really is gonna move the crowd. So I want some shit that's kind of like bouncy.
I got you. Now you accomplished that. This
Yeah.
shit knocking right here.
Appreciate it.
So we gonna get into that one right here for real.
Savages, hustling all my life, I can treat what your habit is. Sons in the game and they don't know who their daddy is. Big light popping, all that little shit flopping. Bitches hella choosy when they see a better option. Calling on my phone when they man be out of pocket. Headboard hit the wall, sounding like somebody knocking. I'm a vibe, no matter what they advertise. We be getting hella high, looking God in the eye. Shorty from the Shy told me she a Gemini. She be getting hella fly, booking trips to Dubai. Fly shit only, money never ending. To support the way I spend it, mean I always gotta get it. You only die once, live it up till you finish. From the ending to beginning, y'all can never kill my spirit. Yeah, so what up? You politicking too much. I'm trying to take it to the crib, cause I'm ready to fuck. On my 13th shot, I done had too much. You gon' get this Henny dick, and I might not bust. Cause these drinks hitting, now my head started spinning. Saw the bartender, should've known from the beginning. Every time I had a sip, I was heavy with the tip.
Fuck with you, I appreciate
Nah,
you.
that was knocking. Yo, all them joints is knocking, but I see what you're saying.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
definitely has a different vibe.
Yeah, I had to have something that cut through, like just to balance the project out. You need something that's kind of like, all right, I'm not super depressed, but here's something like let's have fun, like
Nah,
yeah.
I think that was a good
Yeah.
job. Because again, even this, it's not. That's what I was conflicted with. I don't want to talk too long with, but I feel you did too well of a job of making it sound fun. Because it's like I don't want people to get caught up. It sounds so good. I don't want nobody to miss the message though.
Yeah.
So
No, that's fine. Like it's like you need those breaks. Like everything is just not like one way or like it's not
True.
it's relatable. Like you could go to the club, you drink, and then you know you might meet somebody, and then you know something could spawn out of that. You know what I mean? Like you know, it's just a vibe. You know what I mean? Just having a good time. Like you know, them drinks can get you talking crazy. By the second verse, I'm talking crazy to shorty. You know, like I'm trying to fuck. If I had the henny dick, you know what I'm saying? Like, a word.
Is anyone that lived the nightlife know? I had plenty, plenty of great nights, plenty of dummy missions too.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you know, so it just speaks to that.
Definitely. So as we close this out, the Temperance Lighthouse in the building, Brooklyn in the building. This is the DagogetaTv Listen Up album promo show. I'm your guy, Deme D, Mr. Everywhere, you never there. Brooklyn also, Queens in the building.
Yes, sir.
So again, we picked 5 songs. We have the last song now, and I believe it's the last song on the track on the album, right?
Yeah.
Viceroy. I just feel the energy. I love the chorus.
Yeah.
I love the chorus, and again, you so precise with the rhymes on this one. So you had this first, but made this the last song.
Yeah.
That's dope. How did you? What made you wanna leave it at the end instead of either starting with it or having it further up?
Well, I wanted it to be like that's the summation of everything. Like the journey was like I was doing all of this stuff, and I just wanted to arrive at what inspired the whole thing.
Okay.
But that's the medicine. Like once you get to Viceroy, it's like that's the medicine. Like the whole thing.
Yes.
You know what I mean? It all
Free.
makes sense. I'm free. You know what I mean?
That shit is
You
great.
know, so it's like that's my point of ascension. You know what I mean? Whereas it was just the album cut before. Like now.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
Yeah,
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
I just developed and went, on a tangent on that one song. Like I
That's
just had to
dope.
dice it up. You know what I mean?
The song spawned the whole. So okay, so now that makes more sense why you that verse, that line on that song when you say you help you get your life back.
Right.
But then it ended up spawning the whole project.
Right.
That's fucking dope.
So I needed to hear different ways of
Yes.
mantras. Like if you get a book like a self-help book, it's different chapters
Nah,
to
no doubt.
it. And by the time you finish the book, you do feel a little improved.
Nah, it's a fact. It's the energy. People laugh at it or dismiss it, but it's real.
Right.
And like you said, to let your thoughts out at times too, that helps as well. So again, like I said, this is a great project, fantastic, well executed, well produced, and I'm looking forward to seeing your whole rollout, your whole push for this, and I'm glad I could be one of the first to hear it. I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? Taking me on your journey with you first. And again, this is the DagogetaTv, and we're gonna get into Viceroy. Let's do it.
Yes. And before we get that, I just want to say, because you said that, when I made this project, I'm like, I gotta make this shit good enough with Deme will fuck with.
Get the vibe.
I'm dead serious, and I was like,
my
you're
God,
the
my
first
God.
guy. I'm gonna let interview me about this shit. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate you
Nah, I appreciate
and your
that. That's what's
support, and like I respect you tremendously in terms of your music knowledge, like the questions you ask on Twitter and everything, get people involved every day. It's like, damn, thinking about this. You know what I mean? Like, and you know it. You know what I mean? So I ain't mean to break away.
Nah,
from
this
but
is
yeah,
your moment. So
yeah.
however you want, whatever you
Nah,
want to
for
put out,
real.
but that's what's up though.
Yeah,
And you did a good job, my guy. This is
Appreciate
definitely a fucking great album.
Appreciate you. Okay, thank you. So,
Yeah, I'm fighting demons, I'm hiding demons. Locked away out of sight when nobody can see them. An escape is needed when my soul feel depleted. Happiness docking elsewhere in another region. Slur when I'm speaking, I get super belligerent. My inner child crying out, we miss out with innocence. Cause when I was a child, I ain't think I'd be interested in swimming through these drinks. It just wouldn't be me. Nah, look at me. 2020 made a nigga worse than he was. Crying out for help for the love of my life, wanting me to be right. But every time we talk about it, it just turned to a fight. She want me to be better, slowly, surely feeling fed up. I knew we was in trouble when she wouldn't make the bed up. Now she bout to leave as soon as she could get that bread up. Then it's back to the bottle, cause the sickness never let up. Free me from all the things that bring me down. I'm a king, so I'ma need to keep my crown. Gotta be me so I can go and be me now. Cause I know the devil's
Go Get It TV, bring you that raw, dope hip hop. We got Lighthouse in the building. We listening to the Temperance. Be here soon. And just leaving with the closing words, man.
Yo, man, I appreciate everybody who takes time out to listen to the music, to everyone who supports the music, who supports me and my team, Slick Records, B Nova, Courtney Berry. You can look out for us. Courtney Berry has Bouquet, which is Drop Danielle featuring B Nova. B Nova's also on Bouquet. We got a bunch of stuff that we're working on. B Nova also got a song called Showing Up, Fire. Check that out. Check us out, man. Lighthouse.
Let's go, let's go. It's Deme D, Go Get It TV. Subscribe, share, hit that red button, man. Hit that red button.
I want it now, let's go. When I come around.